Hello everybody, and welcome back to... Hi, Phineas. Jeez. Phone, please. I'm just trying to make sure my phone is charging while I'm doing this. And it does not want to stay plugged in. Phineas. Hello. Hey, Rossetti. How you doing, Mr. Mayor? Don't you worry. I know you made sure to save last time, so I ain't here to chew you out. I'm here to thank you. For being so gracious as to re-establish the Reset Surveillance Center. Allow me to extend my most heartfelt thanks, so thanks. This I can finally get back to monitoring reset behavior in town. Guess this means you see how important it is for me to keep chewing you out whenever you reset. So that's how I'm taking it anyway. Don't worry, next time I'll give you the verbal lashing of a lifetime. Hey, just one last thing. I know you're the mayor, but the center is off limits, even to you. Them's the breaks. Rossetti out. Alright. Jeez, Phineas, please, calm down. Stop walking around. Afternoon, youngster. Do so love the feel of the sunlight streaming through the trees. May I have a badge? Okay, you want a badge, do you? Let's see. What kind of badge best suits you? Oh, ark, ark, ark. Seems like you enjoy fishing just a bit. Makes this old man relieved to see you found a way to enjoy the great outdoors. Got the perfect badge for you. If you keep being good, the badge will bring you a new badge. I got the Skilled Angler badge. It's proof I've caught a lot of fish. You have any other? Badges are like proof of your life experiences. You do lots of different things in your life to collect lots of different badges. I will, Phineas. Thank you. I should also make sure that my microphone's actually being picked up. I'm very nervous about that now, since the last time where it just wasn't. Like, that was pretty embarrassing, not gonna lie. From Carlos. Picking out this furniture felt like we were about to start a new life together. I had a feeling this would blend right in with the rest of your belongings. Okay, let's see. An elephant slide. You know, Carlos? No, actually. That really doesn't fit with my stuff. But it is something new for my catalog, so I'm not going to argue with it. Hello, Sky. Ready for another great day, Airmail? So what's on your mind? Let's talk. My interest in interior design has been rekindled lately. Since you have such good taste, I'd like to give your opinions on ways I could improve my house. Sure, let's do it. As long as you mean right now. I mean, that is like half an hour from now, but I'm kind of busy. I'm sorry, I could do it right now. I could do it literally right now, Sky. That's the thing. Like, you're acting like you're so busy when, like, you're not. I just missed the fossil. Fossils like being right there. I'm gonna have to keep checking that spot. Though I say that could have easily been a gyroid. It was raining yesterday. Got crazy reds. I've already opened the guide because I saw them in the intro bit. That statue looks very wrong. But, you know, I will start with it. I get the feeling it's going to be wrong because of the wings. Let's see. Yes. It has bat wings, so it is fake. This needs to be cylindrical. This one's always genuine. This one's fake. Okay, so this is our only legit thing. So even if I've already got it, which I think I actually do, but I'll take it. It's really wild to me that he can sometimes just have two paintings. I also want to note, because I just find this funny, and like, I'm getting up there in years. This is just a warning to all you youngins who are like, man, when I get such and such an age, I'm never going to have to deal with acne again. I have a pimple coming in on my arm. Acne never stops. It just slows down and moves. And you can get pimples literally anywhere you have skin. Which, I'm glad I've never had it anywhere particularly painful. But yeah. I only even mentioned it because, like, one, it's a warning to you youngins. But also, it's kind of hurting right now because, like, my shirt's rubbing against it ever so slightly. Thank you, Brewster. It's so nice not having to worry about, like, turnips. Like, that's so nice. I love it. Back to our fossil digging. And gyroid digging. Though I am getting so full. Ooh, we have a campsite visitor. I wonder who it is. Let's see. Who do we got? 'Tis a pig. Chops. Hey there, do you live here? I'm Chops. I'm in town for a little camping trip. So nice. It's so nice around here, I love it. He just gave me a bit of a fancy vibe. I don't think I like him. He strikes me as very full of himself. Very fancy, but very full of himself. And we have Mott. We don't need anyone else. All I have in store will be half off. Thanks to everyone's kind generosity, Sapphire now has a reset surveillance center. Let's actually do that ceremony before I forget. How perfect would it have been to actually have been able to do the ceremony yesterday? So that there would be, it'd just be raining. Because I know a lot of people don't like Rossetti. Hello, Isabel. So I can help you with? Oh, wait, is there not a ceremony for it? Okay. I thought there was. I mean, I guess it's like this. It's like a secret thing, so that's why it's so hidden. Rossetti doesn't want anyone knowing about it. Because, I mean, if people know about the Reset Center, then, you know. It doesn't do its job as well. I cannot believe I found the money rock first try. I still have to, like, clear out some of these bells, or I could just put them away. That's also an option. Like, I don't have to, like, spend them, but I probably should pay off a bit of my home loan at least. Like, I think we have about half of our home loan, maybe? No, our home loan's like $500,000. So we have like a third of it. Well, not even that. About a fourth, probably. Now, I would check turnip prices, but I don't want to see that I missed a good price. That's the trick with turnips. You take your price, and then you don't look back. Looking back is how regret happens. Okay, trying to find these fossils and also trying to think of things to talk about. Hmm. Ooh, Brofina wants something. You know, Steven, I've truly loved living in Sapphire. I always think this place is a town where I got really good at reading novels. What I'm trying to say is I'm moving away. Aw, it's like 9 days from now. She doesn't really have a reason, but I get the feeling she really wants to move. Oh good, I hope you wouldn't be too bothered about my moving. Still a little time left in town, so let's have fun before I move away. One of our original villagers. Pretty sure she was one of the originals. And like, I would just be constantly like, no, don't move. But like, at the same time, like, I do want our animals to be able to move on, to have lives and, you know, enjoy themselves elsewhere. I've got to dig these up just to make sure they're bamboo shoots. Now what do I do? Well, here's the gem rock. It's pretty easy. I think if I ignore the gem rock, it'll become a regular rock. That might be the older games. Or I might be completely just confused. That is... all of that is a possibility. Yeah, I could go on, like, a micro rant about a specific skill in World of Warships, but, like, to fully explain my point with a micro rant, I would need to, like, fully nerd out on math, and that would require stopping and actually demonstrating the math. It's the latest. Just recently realized this, but kind of a thing for telling fortunes and guessing the future. If the Virgo horoscope is bad in the morning, it ruins my whole day. So I only check it at the end of the day. That way if I mess something up, I can just blame it on luck. Pretty smart, huh? That is fair. Like, I suppose I can do my best to explain what I mean. In World of Warships, there is a skill for, I think every class gets it except, well, no, it's destroyers and cruisers. Yeah, battleships don't get it anymore. Hello, Bella. Distracting myself. Looking so you today. What's going on? Want chat? You good at catching bugs? Because I totally adore butterflies. Yeah, I can catch you a butterfly. Okay. There is a skill called Survivability Expert. It gives you per... basically, after you take the skill, it gives you per tier of the ship your commander is on 450 HP. So at tier 10, you're getting 4,500 HP. Which, you know, is a chunk. It is literally the pen damage from a bungo. Like, okay, that's 1 pen of extra health. The problem is, it doesn't add enough health so that it actually changes the equation of how many salvos it takes for a battleship to kill you. So, you know, if you were gonna die after 2 salvos without Survivability Expert, you're gonna die after 2 salvos with it, too. Oh my gosh, hi again. I got your bug. Peacock butterfly. Or a peacock flutterby. Must take really good care of it. I have to give you something nice for doing that. It's shirt. Anyway, present, it's a green emblem blazer. Neat. But like that in of itself is the problem. Is that Survivability Expert doesn't actually help you survive. The only time it helps you survive is when you're in a DPS race with an identical ship to yourself. Like, if 2 Des Moines both have Survivability Expert, the Des Moines... well, if 2 Des Moines are fighting, one has Survivability Expert, the other doesn't. The one with it is probably gonna win. Like, that's... you just have more health. But that's also assuming that both Des Moines are equally skilled players, and, you know, one doesn't just get more lucky than the other, and there's so many factors in play. And I wouldn't mind or care about Survivability Expert being like that if it wasn't a 3-point skill. Which I'm gonna have to explain that one. Skills in World of Warships are broken down into 4 categories. Basically, the required amount of points to get that skill. There's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. To unlock a level 4 skill, you need to have a level 3 skill. To unlock a level 3, you need a level 2. To unlock a level 2, you need a level 1. So, at minimum, to get a 4-point skill, you need a 10-point captain. Like a level 10 captain. Hopefully everything is making sense so far. Well, Survivability Expert is 3 points. Meaning, at minimum, you need a 6-point captain to even get the skill. It is competing with skills like Adrenaline Rush, that gives you an increased reload to all of your things that have a reload based on how low your health gets. Or Superintendent, which gives you an extra charge of your consumables. Or, let me try and think of some other 3-point skills. I think Heavy HE is one of those skills, which gives you more high explosive damage. Like 10% more high explosive damage, which is just a flat damage boost. You do have a bigger detection radius, but still, it's a 3-point skill that gives you extra damage, and it has a downside. That makes sense. But, like, it's competing with things like that. And then, you know, it's just sitting there not actually making any difference whatsoever. And, like, the main thing with it is it would be a fine skill if it was, like, 750 HP per tier. Because then it would matter. Then it would actually change some equations. It wouldn't change the theoretical equation any, because that's still not enough HP to move basically any ship into a full broadside of pens, different damage. That was a badly worded sentence. Basically, that amount of HP still wouldn't be enough to, say, make it so 2 bungo salvos didn't still kill a Des Moines, if every shell hit and penned. What it would do... Hello, Rory. Yikes. Oh, it's you, Steven. Just sneak up on me like that. What it would do is change the equation for 30% of that bungo salvo. Because that's the realistic number. You'll have roughly a 33% accuracy playing a battleship in World of Warships. Bungo actually has a bit higher, but for sake of argument, 33%. Because that's the general average. Some ships have worse, some ships have better, but it works out to around 33%. Where, as it stands, that's just not the case. Survivability Expert does nothing for you. And yet people swear by that skill because, well, it's more HP, and more HP is obviously better, except it's really not. Like, what got me even thinking about this was a video from a World of Warships content creator that just recently did a video where part of his commander build, he was taking the 1-point skill incoming fire alert, because his commander had 1 skill point left over, and taking Survivability Expert, which is 4 points together, instead of taking Concealment Expert, a 4-point skill. That just gives you 10% better concealment, and he was playing a ship that really wants concealment. and blaming the fact that he didn't have the concealment skill on the fact that he was running an anti-aircraft build on the ship. Even though he had the room, if he had just dropped survivability expert and incoming fire alert to, you know, buy, well, not buy, but use concealment expert. Like, it's just little things like that that, like, get me ranting. Not helped by there's people that will defend the use of survivability expert, which I feel is dumb. I feel like these people are just misinformed. Like, they've not sat down and did the math on this stuff, which is kind of important. Hello, Lobo. Mork, what a coincidence running into you today. Need something? Let's talk. Gardening? What a ridiculous name. I don't like the sound of it. I prefer horticultural work. I don't know that word. I prefer gardening because it's easier to say. There's my daily fertilizer. I should actually check where those flowers were, see if anything happened. It just occurred to me. Oh no, I'm yawning. I do not want to be yawning. I have things to do today. Nothing. Wait, no, I don't think this flower was here before, so I think it made these two create a flower? I don't know. Doing it again. Because I have no idea where else to put the fertilizer. So it can just go there. Bam. Like, there is a lot of skills in World of Warships. I'm going to do a little more fishing, because I don't like giving you guys, like, just 20-minute episodes. There is a lot of skills in World of Warships that could really use some changing. Like, for battleships, there are 2 secondary-based skills. Like, to boost your battleship's secondary battery at the 4-point level. One of which is, it basically gives you a dispersion bonus to your secondaries. And then, as your secondaries are focused on a target longer, they get more and more accurate. And then there is one directly next to it that, as long as there is an enemy within your secondary battery range, your main guns reload, I think it's 10% faster. Nobody takes that as long as there's an enemy within your secondary battery range, because that's not worth 4 points compared to the other battleship skills at 4 points. That skill should really just be a part of that first skill. Because if you're going for a secondary build, there are things you need more than your main guns reloading a little faster. And if you're going with a secondary build, you're running the dispersion skill. You need it. Secondaries are painfully inaccurate. For good reason, but they are painfully inaccurate. If they weren't, they would be just the literal best way to run any ship. Which, I mean, there might be some people going, well, you know, that's how it should be, except that it really shouldn't be, because that would give massive... That would create a massive imbalance between the battleships that just doesn't exist right now. Because, like, if secondaries were more accurate, like, German battleships would be absolutely dominant. Because they have the most effective secondaries per tier. That's kind of their gimmick. And then ships like the Italians would just fall even further behind. Because, well, the Italian secondaries are garbage. They couldn't hurt a destroyer at top tier. They just don't pen enough. But, like, there's even some, like, destroyer skills that could use work, and most of the, like, carrier and submarine skill trees are just redundant. Like, Wargaming was trying a few years back with their major commander skill rework they did to try to diversify builds. And they kind of failed. Because, sure, not every ship is running the exact same build anymore, which is what was happening before. But every class of ship is running basically the exact same build, because there just is a best set of skills. Like, sure, you can run a battleship as a secondary build. You shouldn't. It's not optimal. Namely down to just the Germans are the only faction with secondaries that are actually scary. Cruisers are running the same set of skills across the board because there is really no build variety to cruisers. The only real difference is if you're playing a light cruiser or not. Well, a light cruiser with high explosive or not, because a light cruiser with high explosive is going to be taking inertia fuse for high explosive. A light cruiser without high explosive is not going to be taking that, and a heavy cruiser is not going to be taking it. And a super heavy cruiser is also not going to be taking it. It's a 4-point skill. Yeah, that's one where I would change IFHE to be a 2-point skill. Call me crazy. But there is only one small subset of cruisers that even use IFHE. There's no reason for it to be a 4-point skill. Like, it's just one of those things of, like, I could do a long, ranty video just talking about all of the various commander skills in World of Warships and how they should probably be rebalanced again to try to actually make them worth using. Because, like, one thing that Wargaming has been trying to encourage lately is secondary builds on cruisers. Because there are some cruisers with good secondary armaments. And good base dispersion. And let's be real, for a super heavy cruiser, you have no reason not to take the secondary skills. But the secondary modules, yeah, those are ignorable. The ship upgrade modules are a complete other can of worms of needing rebalanced, but yeah, one major rebalancing at a time. But, like, even with that, for basically everything except super cruisers, there is no reason to take secondary skills because, well, quite simply, there are more important skills to be taking. Like, why would you take a 3-point skill to make your secondaries fire a little further over a skill that gives you an extra charge of, say, your heal and your, you know, if you're a radar cruiser, your radar, or your hydro, or your engine boost, or your reload booster, or, you know. Superintendent, the consumable skill, is just flat out better than the secondary skill. Because the secondary skill just simply does not do enough. It's not that Superintendent is too good, it's that the secondary skill is just too weak. Like, that's the issue. But yeah, I should be getting this episode ended. I'm getting hungry, and also it's getting to, like, it's 4:20 right now. So I gotta go blaze it. I actually don't. I don't. But I do need to eat. I'll stop rambling now and end this off, so I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. See you all then.